Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be making kimchi kongnamul guk, which is just kimchi kongnamul, which means bean sprout, guk meaning soup. It's actually really easy to make. So if you are interested in how I made this soup, just keep on watching. To start off, I have a pot with Cup Old Anchovies. These are dried anchovies that I purchased from my local Korean supermarket over here. And I'm using about 5 or 6 anchovies. You can just use a couple depending on the amount of soup that you're going to make. So if you're obviously going to use a big pot, you're going to want to use a little bit more anchovies. Lightly toasting the anchovies to get a nice aroma. If you are vegan, I suggest you skip this part. You can go directly on to the next step. So here I have Dashima, which is just a dried large seaweed. This is what we use to flavor our broth as well. This will add a little bit of sweetness to the broth. And so we usually use dried anchovies and kelp just to bring out more flavor. So like I said, if you are vegan, you can skip the dried anchovies and you can directly use Dashima. I suggest you use a little bit more just so that you can get more flavor out of it. While your broth is boiling, I suggest you just now wash the kongnamul, which is the bean sprouts. This is what it looks like. It's just like a yellow bean on one side and just like a little bean sprout at the other. So it's a little crunchy and very watery. And here I have some kimchi. This is old kimchi. I can make another video on how I made my kimchi a little bit older. Now just waiting for my broth to boil. So now that I have my bean sprouts ready, I'm just gonna wait for that broth to boil, and once it's done, I'm going to get another pan and drain it over. Okay, here in a new pot, I'm going to add my kimchi. I decided to use all the kimchi that's in my jar. You don't have to use this much, but if you really like that kimchi flavor, I suggest to use as much as you want. So here I am just tossing it. Well, not tossing it, stirring it a little bit just so that the kimchi cooks down a little bit. This way you add a little more flavor to it when you cook it down, and that way you're not overcooking it once you put in the bean sprouts. Once the kimchi cooked down a little bit, then I added my washed and strained bean sprouts. You can add as much as you want. I didn't add a lot. I just kind of added to the amount that the pan would fit. You can fry it up a little bit more, and then you're going to want to strain your broth into the pot. And I'm just using, I don't know what that's called. Anyway, just so that my anchovies and my kelp doesn't fall through, because you don't want to put that in the soup. That was just used for flavor. But I mean, you can eat it, but I gave it to my dog. Once the broth has been poured into the kimchi and beansprout mixture, you're just gonna let it simmer just for about 10 to 15 minutes until everything kind of marries together, and then you're ready to serve. Now, wasn't that simple? You can serve this with rice, or you can eat it on its own. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye!